for today's recipe we just need cherry tomatoes on the vine, spaghetti, garlic and some olive oil. Out of this, nothing else, just a little bit of salt. And as a special tools, very special tools today, I will need this knife, but you can use another one, it's absolutely fine. And just because I'm gonna give this tomato pasta to my daughter as well, I will use the blender. If you have cheeky little ones that don't really like tomato peels or these kind of things, just go for the blender. So let's start. I already washed these cherry tomatoes. We are gonna need for one portion of pasta about this amount. It's very easy. What you do, this is just for one portion, as my daughter is joining me for lunch. I will have two. I will just prepare two for two portions. There we go. What you need to do is just cut the tomatoes in four. If the tomatoes are really small, you can do half, is fine enough. The bigger ones you might want to cut them in four. And that's it. As soon as you're done with that, we go to the second and following step, which is put them in the pan. All set. Ready. What we do, we just pour some olive oil on the pan. We add the garlic peeled. Just make sure that the oil is piping hot before adding the tomatoes. So, garlic. And when the oil is really hot, just take a second, but you will actually hear the garlic popping a little bit. Now we add the tomatoes. This is the sound that you want to hear. Okay, so now what we do, we just add a little bit of rock salt. This is what I use. You can use normal cooking salt, it's fine. I prefer the rock salt because I'm just used to it. This is basically why. So what you might want to do now is adding just a little bit of water, but not much. And possibly try not to use any spoon or... Okay, I believe we can put this a little bit more up. Okay, yeah. You just might not want to use any spoon or fork or anything, just to keep the tomatoes in their shape. As you can see, the water is nearly all gone. We are just switching this off because we want to keep that a little bit of water in, because we will take the pasta off the water when it's still al dente, and we just sit there, we just put the pasta there into the tomato sauce for a while, so it absorbs all the juice. Don't forget to remove the garlic in case you're cooking for the little ones. They might not really love the taste of it, so just take it away just in case. Now I'm gonna teach you something. You might already know about it, but this is just the way we open this. We don't use any knife. You don't want to spoil your blade on the plastic. So what we do, we just bang the packet on the counter and the pasta is open. So you just take the amount that you require for your lunch and it's ready to go into the water. Okay, so water is ready. We already put the salt in it. We just tap the spaghetti in, leave it there for a second as soon as they soft a little bit, so you can just mix into the water. We will cook them for about 6 to 7 minutes and then we will add them to the sauce. Now, what you might want to do in case you're cooking for a child or you don't like tomatoes peel, what you do, you just take a portion of it or the whole thing, put it in the blender, and magic of the blender, this will be transformed in a nice... Right, when the pasta is ready, we just picked it up. I rather keep the water aside in case I need some to add it extra to the sauce. I don't think I will, but because I left the sauce a little bit running. But just in case, make sure that you keep 1 glass aside just in case you need, especially when you cook for a lot of people, it might be useful. So this is done. Don't do it like what I'm doing, because I'm used to very hot pans and pots. There we go. Now the pasta is nearly done. I'll actually add just a couple of spoons of water more. And cook it for about 1 minute in the sauce to make sure that the pasta absorbs all the condiments and dressing that we have been putting into it. It's not much, it's just tomato with a bit of salt. Still very, very good. The secret of this recipe is basically the ingredients that you use. If you use very good tomatoes, very fresh and juicy tomatoes, it does make a difference. So make sure that you always use the best ingredients for this. The simple dishes basically need good ingredients. I would say that it's pretty much done. So we just add it to the dish.